वेलकम अगेन टू रामानुजम स्कूल ऑफ स्टडीज। चलिए, हम लोगों ने प्रीवियस क्लास में एक्सपोनेंशियल फंक्शन को डिफरेंशिएट किया था बाय यूजिंग फर्स्ट प्रिंसिपल। आज हम लोग करने वाले हैं डिफरेंशिएटिंग logarithmic function, that is we have to find the differentiation of fx is equal to log x। ठीक है, log x का डिफरेंशिएशन हमें फाइंड आउट करना है। कैसे? बाय यूजिंग फर्स्ट प्रिंसिपल। ठीक है, तो एक एक्सपेंशन आएगा log 1 प्लस एक्स का। जब हम इसको डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे प्रोसेस में, तो वो log x प्लस 1 प्लस एक्स का एक्सपेंशन आपको याद रखना होगा, ध्यान रखना होगा। चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं पहले। सो सपोज y इज इक्वल टू fx इज log x। ओके, ये y इज इक्वल टू fx है एंड सपोज दिस इज इक्वेशन फर्स्ट। ओके, जैसा कि हमारा स्टेप्स है। नाउ यहाँ पे जो आर्गुमेंट है वो है x। सो suppose the change in argument x be delta x, so x become x plus delta x, and as x become x plus delta x, y become y plus delta y. That is, if we change in argument x, correspondingly there is change delta y in y. So we can write here y plus delta y is equal to log x plus delta x। okay, so this is equation second, right? अब हमारे पास दो इक्वेशन आ गए। so in order to find delta y over delta x, limit delta x tends to 0, which is the differentiation of function of any function of x, we have to find del y. So by subtracting equation 1 from equation 2, we get del y, because y plus del y minus y, so y is cancelled out. So we can write here log x plus del x minus log x. Okay, so this is the increment in y, that is delta y. So we have here log m minus log n is equal to log m over n. Okay, so using this properties of logarithm, we can write here this must be equal to log x plus delta x divided by x. Okay, same thing. Then we have delta y. Now this can be written as del y is equal to log 1 plus del x over x. Okay, so this is the change in y. So change in y with respect to change in x, del x is equal to log 1 plus change in x over x divided by del x. Okay, right? तो ये हमारा रेशियो आ गया इनफाइनेटेसिमल चेंज इन y with respect to infinitesimal change in x. Okay, now we have expansion log 1 plus x is equal to, जो हमारा log 1 plus x का एक्सपेंशन है वो होता है, मैं जरा देख लेता हूं, x minus x square divided by 2 plus x cube divided by 3 minus x4 divided by 4। एक बार चेक कर लेते हैं इसे, क्या यही है? x cube yes plus so on dot dot dot, ये एक्सपेंशन होता है। So we have to use this expansion in order to find change in y divided by change in x. So can we write it as log 1 plus x? Now here is x and here is x की जगह क्या है? delta x over x. So we can write this expansion can be written as delta x over x. Okay, minus delta x over x square divided by 2 plus delta x over x whole cube divided by 3 plus delta x over x whole 4 divided by 4. ये माइनस में होगा, so this is in minus plus so on. Okay, now divide by delta x, so we can write here divide by delta x. यहां तक हम लोगों ने आराम से देख लिया, कोई दिक्कत नहीं हुआ. Okay, so we have delta y over delta x. Now see here this is delta x in this right hand side and delta x square delta x cube, so we can take common delta x is taken as a common, so we have 1 over x minus delta x over x square over 2, okay, plus delta x square over x cube over 3 minus so on. एक और स्टेप लिख लेते हैं, delta x to the power 3 delta x raised to the power 3 divide by x, this is x cube, this is x4 divide by 4 plus so on. Okay, divide by delta x. Okay, so delta x cancel out, so remaining expression is 1 over x minus delta x over x square plus delta x square divided by x2 divided by 2. So here we see that there is infinitesimal change in x and it is in ascending order, ascending power. So as compared to x, delta x is negligible. So if we put the limit, see here, wait a minute, here we have to erase this one. So we can write delta y over delta x limit delta x tends to 0. This is equal to limit delta x tends to 0. Okay, and the remaining expression when delta x and delta x is cancelled out, we have 1 over x minus delta x over 2x square plus delta x raised to the power 2 3x cube plus minus delta x raised to the power 3 divided by 4x4 and so on. Now as compared to x, delta x is negligible, so when we put the limit x tends to 0, all these terms become negligible, or we can say that this becomes tends to 0. So we can write here limit delta x tends to 0 del y over del x is equal to, after putting limit we can write here this is 1 over x. Okay, now what is limit delta x tends to 0 del y over del x? This is nothing, that is dy over dx, where y is log x, so dy over dx is 1 over x. Hence we can write here differentiation of log x over dx is equal to 1 over x. ये हमारा आ गया, this is our final result. So we can say that differentiation of fx is equal to 1 over x. Okay, so this is the result, and how this result came with use of first principle as a limit we see here. I think all things are clear. So whatever we wrote previously is in this area, that is the expansion of log 1 plus x, must be remembered. आज के लिए इतना ही रखते हैं. We will meet in the next lecture where we will discuss about the differentiation of inverse trigonometrical function. There are 6 inverse trigonometrical function, that is sine inverse x, cos inverse x, tan inverse x, cot inverse x, cosec inverse x, and sec inverse x. I hope you will enjoy the lecture, and I request all of you to please join our channel in order to understand the concept and in order to grow the channel. Have a nice day. Jai Hind.